Hey there, and welcome. This is Chrissy Key Rollins, and this is the Confidence Challenge 5-day Transform Fear into Confidence Challenge wrap up celebration call. And I am so excited that you are here to join me or watching the replay wherever you're at. There may be some people joining us as I go through this, so you may hear me welcome some people. And if we have time, I'll open it up for some live Q&A. But my main focus for today is to bring us together to really close out and honor the action that you took throughout the week, showing up, plugging into those daily prompts, and not just watching the videos, but actually executing and taking and accepting the invitation that was offered with each of the videos to get out of your fear and into your confidence so you can easily take action with peace of mind and excitement. Action that feels good. And for us conscious entrepreneurs, that feel good piece, it means a lot to us. We really get into action when the action that we take feels amazing and when we know that the action that we take are going to help other people feel amazing too. And that's why the traditional sales models that a lot of us have been exposed to, they just don't really work for us, and we can't really seem to get them to work for us or get ourselves to work them. So that's really what inspired this 5-day Transform Fear into Confidence challenge for me. I'm going to be having my shake here while I share this information, so I hope you don't mind that. But that's what inspired it. Inspired this challenge is looking at what is it that those that take action consistently, what do they have that the rest of us don't seem to have? What's really behind the action that they're taking? Or are you only destined to be able to take massive action in a business if you have that driven type A personality? And what I found is that that's not true. What really backs up those type A driven personalities is that they have a high level of confidence. And granted, I'm not saying that they all have a rock solid level of self-esteem. I'm talking confidence, their belief in their own ability to see something through, to get something done. And when that doesn't come to you naturally, or at least when it doesn't come to you naturally to do it in your business endeavors, you can end up thinking there's something wrong with you, or that you're just not cut out to be a business owner, or that this stuff just doesn't work for you. There's something wrong with you. But I believe that us conscious entrepreneurs, we're a little more sensitive. We feel things and we want to feel good as we're doing things. And we don't necessarily have that do whatever it takes driving personality to push through all the pain and discomfort. Although, whenever we get aligned with what makes our heart sing, we naturally and effortlessly take action. So, how can we take these things that don't naturally inspire us, like marketing and asking people to invest in our services, and transform them so that they can be something that we can feel really confident about and be super excited about? And that was my entire intention with this 5-day challenge. And I know without a doubt that if you followed each of the daily prompts and you actually put to work what was being offered, I know for certain that you've got results and that you can feel and see a difference in your own life. And to close out this challenge, I like to bring things complete. If you've ever worked with me one-on-one, you finish up your work with me, then I'm like, let's do one more session just to close everything out, just to really reflect and honor and reassess and feel the shift that's taken place during our time working together. And that's what this call is for. So if you're on the line live and you have anything that you want to share about how this challenge affected you, what benefits you found from taking on this challenge, anything that you found challenging about it, or anything that you want to better understand, be thinking about that now. And when I get the chance, I'll open up the lines and help to integrate some of this. But just to recap, I would love to do a little recap because maybe, you're not all the way through the challenge yet, or maybe you just found this video and you hadn't even taken on the challenge yet. This will be a great preview of what to expect as you dive into it. And if you did go through it, it's a great little recap. So this is a handy video to just tab and to keep a hold of that you can revisit anytime that you need a little refresher on how to reinstate that confidence that you're feeling. So we started this journey where I believe all journeys really begin, regardless if we're consciously aware of it or not. And as I worked through those layers of what's behind the action, what's behind the confidence, and I got down to the core of it, at the very core, in the center of it, at the very heart of all of it, I found self-love. And that's where I started this challenge, is to invite you to commit right then from the beginning to following through, to seeing it through, and to declare from that moment forward that you are someone who follows through. You are somebody who does this. It's just simply who you are. And in each moment, you have that choice to decide if you choose to follow through or not. And I invite you, whenever we look at it through the lens of self-love, these actions that we take, what you're really demonstrating is your level of self-love. You love yourself enough to live out loud, to have your outer self express and take into action the desires that your inner self brings to the table. And it's a very powerful place to connect with, and it's something that can fuel you forward no matter what it is that you are taking on. Anytime that you are seeing something that you should be doing and you're not doing, or you feel like you've misstepped, or whatever happens, always come back to self-love, because this is what's going to be the catalyst to change everything. And I am a personal living testament to this. I practice daily actionable self-love for over a year now, and I find myself effortlessly, easily taking action and showing up and following through on things that I used to really struggle with. And I know it's because I have that foundational support built underneath me. There's a part of me that's not just showing up in order to get what's on the other side. There's a part of me that's showing up for me because I love this, because this is what makes my heart sing, because this is what my inner self really desires to be doing. So when I can align myself with that self-love, and I can look at my actions as a demonstration of that self-love, then it puts a whole different perspective into the equation. It makes everything kind of soft, gentle, easy. And it's not about doing in order to get. It's about doing to enjoy the experience. It's about doing because I love this, not because I have to do it in order to get a client, or I have to do it in order to make an income, or I have to do it in order to look successful. None of those factors, or all of those factors, begin to fall to the wayside when you get that solid root of self-love, that solid foundation of self-love in place. So day one, I talked a lot about partnering with yourself, becoming your own best business partner, and how you can take a look at your self-talk and begin to pay attention to the way that you're speaking to yourself, and looking at yourself like your own business partner. And are you treating yourself and being to you how you would want your ideal business partner to be? And if not, take a look at that. Consider that. And this is also a way that your intuition is trying to speak to you. But if you're not understanding the messages that it's bringing you, it can seem like a lot of naysaying and negativity, when in truth, you just have to flip that around to better understand your intuition. In my Consciouspreneur Mastermind group, I have an entire master level series, workshops on unlocking and understanding your intuition. So if that's something that's of interest to you, I invite you to consider taking a look at that opportunity. But as you better understand your intuition, and you better understand your self-talk, and you have more awareness around your self-talk, you can change your entire relationship with yourself, and you can become your business partner, your own built-in support system, and you will have less of a need to have that outward support. So if you're somebody who's a solopreneur, or you're somebody whose spouse isn't on board, or significant other isn't on board with you moving forward in your business, it really is a total game changer when you can anchor into becoming your own best business partner and learn how to bring to the table the support that you need and desire from you. So I invited you to start practicing daily acts of self-love, and one of the easiest ones to incorporate, I feel that anybody can begin with, although it's not always easy to build a habit or easy to really receive from yourself, but to just begin with a daily I love you. And especially in those moments where you're feeling frustrated, or you find yourself missing the mark. Just last night, if you're on my email list and you actually read my emails, then you're going to already know this. So last night I sent out an email, and I didn't spell check it first. I am a recovering perfectionist. And so I usually triple check everything before I send it out. I don't want any grammatical errors. I don't want any spelling errors. I don't want to give you any reason to dismiss or discount what it is that I have to see in the message. And if you're somebody that gets tripped up by spelling errors, or you think that I lose credibility because of that, I'd like to avoid that. But last night, it was late. I was really excited about getting this message out. I was committed to doing it before midnight. It was 11:30 when I finished typing it all up, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to hit send. And so I did. And afterwards, I copied and pasted it into a Word document, and I found a ton of grammatical errors. There was at least a dozen. Between the spelling and the grammar, y'all, I put your, Y-O-U-R, when I meant to put Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. And I am a writer. I am a lover of words. I am a lover of punctuation and all things grammar. And that hurt me after I sent it to know that I represented myself that way as somebody who doesn't care, who overlooks these things, or that it doesn't matter. Or at least I could put forth the appearance that that's what's happening, even though I know that I was super excited to get this message out to you. And quite frankly, it was late and I just wanted to have it finished, to see it through, to follow through on a commitment to myself. And I instantly, when I saw all those errors, just wanted to shrink. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? It would have only taken me 2 minutes longer to check for these spell checks. But it was such a beautiful opportunity for me to practice what I teach, which is to love yourself, even when you make the mistakes, and to re-anchor into my value and self-worth, even if I have a dozen spelling errors. And to put my faith that I can't say the wrong thing in the wrong way to the right person, and I could never get it right enough for the wrong person. And it was a beautiful opportunity for me to practice what I teach, to give myself more love, not less, even if I messed up a bunch of spelling. So I wanted to share that example to give you how practical, how tangible this application really is in this integration. It really is about not eliminating the ego, but fully integrating the ego. I honor the fact that spelling matters to me. I honor the fact that I wanted to have it finished, that I wanted to get it out there. I celebrate the fact that I did send it, and I celebrate the fact that I sent it out flawed, because I know that I'm risking rejection and humiliation on some level, but I'm also showing you that you don't have to be perfect to move your mission forward. So for anybody who felt like, gosh, I feel so much better, Chrissy had so many spelling errors in that last message, now I feel better about mine, you're welcome. It's my gift to you. And when I can turn something around, when I can engage that power of alchemy from within me to transform whatever it is that I'm dealing with or looking at, and take that powerful step back and to make a choice. What does this really say or mean about me? If anything, the fact that I feel devastated is showing me what I'm clearing out of my energy field. It's showing me what I'm healing. And I love the fact that I followed my intuition to hit send, even though it wasn't perfect, because it really gave me an opportunity to love a part of me that would have remained in my acceptance simply because it never got stirred up. But now I can consciously make the choice to be a not so great speller and love myself anyway, or to send out a flawed email and love myself anyway. It's such a powerful game changer. Devastated. I could have felt like totally embarrassed. I actually did even post to my Facebook group that this had happened. Hey, whoever just joined us live, welcome. I'm going to mute out your line here. Oh, Karen, it's you, sweetie. Hey, babe.
Hi.
Hi. I am muting you out, and if we have time, I'll unmute the lines later if you want to chime in and say anything. But so yeah, that's a perfect example of how daily self-love has paid me back, because now instead of shrinking or hiding or feeling embarrassed or just feeling like, oh great, whatever intention I wanted with this email is now going to fail because I have grammatical and spelling errors, I can instead just dismiss that and get anchored into my value, get anchored into my belief, and understand that this is happening to show me where else I need to love myself. Not happening to like stop my mission from moving forward or stop me from succeeding. It's like a 2-degree shift. I say this often. It's like a 2-degree shift, but that 2 degrees can make all the difference. So begin with the I love yous. If you find them kind of foreign to begin with, totally natural. Sometimes you might need to throw in a few I'm sorry's or thank yous or I forgive yous before you can really receive the I love yous. But just keep doing it. Even if you don't feel it, even if you don't feel that connection, just do it. There's a part of you that's really excited to be recognized and to be receiving your love, even if you don't feel it sink it all the way in. But do try to feel as much of it in your body as possible. It just, I don't know. To me, it's just what feels right and what has helped me to really integrate it, to really feel it, not just go through the motions of, oh yeah, I love you, keep on going. It's like, no, say it like I would my husband or my daughter and really feel it and allow it to soak in. So that was day 1. Pretty good foundation for day 1, don't you think? Day 2, we moved on to follow through. So all this self-love, what does it do? It fuels your action to follow through. So if you're somebody who has stumbled over following through, go back to self-love. that self-love's in place, you will naturally follow through left and right for yourself. And again, go back and watch those training videos if you want a more in-depth explanation, but all that self-love will be a catalyst for you to begin following through. And follow through is very powerful. It's a powerful demonstration that you put out into the world. It activates your readiness, and it demonstrates to life that you're ready to receive. So I say, you got to clear out and make that energetic space. You got to clear out the physical space. So maybe you need to straighten up or declutter your office. Maybe you need to clear out some old clothes that you're not wearing in your closet. Maybe you need to, just clear out whatever space of anything that's being left undone. That takes not only physical space in your life, but it takes up energetic space. It takes up mental and emotional and those subtle energy bodies. They're all affected by this. So while it may seem like it's not a big deal, you'll get to it later on down the road. If you're waiting for a fully booked schedule, if you're waiting for like your phone to be ringing off the hook and to be working with clients full time, then you probably have some space that you can start doing follow through on anything that's unfinished. So while you wait, you follow through. Life's giving you a chance to finish up those leftover things so that you can have the energy, the mental capacity, and the physical space to bring in that new thing that you desire. It's the action that activates. So it's not what action you take, it's just that you take action, but that action activates. It gets your those unseen elements of thoughts and ideas and desires and feelings, and it puts them into physical form because you're actually taking movement with your physical self to put that into action. And that action forward activates what's within you and around you that needs to come into the equation to help you see your journey through. And so often we sit back on this side of follow through and don't follow through because we're waiting. We're waiting to feel like we're equipped enough. We're waiting to feel like we have enough resources, when in truth, life is waiting for us to take action so it can bring all those resources. It can bring forward all that internal wisdom and knowledge and help you to see that you're actually fully equipped. Because while you're sitting back here not using it, it's like, all right, just let us know whenever you're ready. We're ready to go. And you're like, okay, I'm ready. And they're like, okay, so are we. You got to make the first move. The action activates. And it's not even what action you do, it's the energy behind the action. You fuel that action with self-love. You fuel that action with a commitment to move a mission forward. You fuel that action with a knowing that whatever happens on the other side, all of it's a step further, all of it's working in your favor, all of it's moving you closer to your desires. It doesn't matter what you do or don't do. Even if you go take a nap, the energy behind that nap will be more attractive than the energy of you prodding yourself into doing something to make a post because you're supposed to post however many times a day on Facebook. I don't even know what the rule is. So it's the action that activates, and follow through is like a magical catalyst, right? That self-love, it sparks that flame, it gets the heat going, it gets things moving into follow through, and that action starts to activate, and you begin to clear the space and signal to life that not only am I ready, but I'm ready and in motion. So that means I'm really ready. Because when you're sitting around with a bunch of undone tasks, when you have a bunch of papers that need to be filed, a bunch of clients that need to be followed up with, notes that need to be sent, whatever it is that you're doing that you haven't followed through on in your business, I just last Friday, followed through on something that had been sitting on my desk for a couple of months, since like February and April, I think it was. It's been just sitting there, and it was a giveaway in my group. You guys showed up, you entered the giveaway. I just never pulled the name. I don't know. Life just happens, right? It just happens. So I was like, gosh, I've got this sitting here. I need to do it. I've got the time open in my day. Maybe I've got the time in my day specifically to follow through on this. And maybe once I follow through on this, something magical will happen. I don't know. I'm just going to do it. So I pulled the names, I made a little video, I posted it to the group. Woohoo! It was a lot of fun. Didn't think twice about it. 2 days later, massive download of my next course, this 21-day money power shift. If y'all hadn't heard about it, I don't know where you've been, because I've been talking about it like crazy. But the content, that title, how to work it into my other offerings, how to shift my other offerings to align with it, all of it came flooding into my mind, my inspirational field. I just got such clarity. Now, is that because I finished those drawings? I don't know. Could I have not done those drawings and still gotten that download? I don't know. I really don't know. But what I do know is that I did that drawing, I completed something unfinished, and life said, ba-bam, here's your next assignment. It's pretty freaking cool. You might want to try it. So this is what you'd be doing on the other side anyway. On the other side of having that business that you want, on the other side of having those clients that you want, you're going to be showing up and doing this stuff all the time anyway. So build the habit now. And it's what you want to be doing. You want to have a business so that you could be doing these things regularly. So why don't you do these things regularly so that you can have a business, right? And if you find that, wait a minute, I don't really want to be doing these things regularly, maybe that's why you're not attracting what you want, because you don't really want to be doing this stuff on the other side, which means that you are out of alignment with you, and you got to get yourself back into alignment. Great way to do that is to join my Authentic Alignment session. It's a group session that'll happen the last week of this month. We're in June right now, so the last week of June. I'm going to do 2 different offerings, so 2 different times that you can jump on. It's just an hour long, $33. Learn a protocol to always get yourself back into authentic alignment and learn how to see how you're out of alignment, how to shift into alignment, and how to allow that alignment to move you forward. Super powerful. Highly recommend it. Check it out. Hit me up if you want to participate in that. But this is what it's about. You're going to be doing it on the other side, so go ahead and get into the habit now. So clear that space, signal to life that you're ready and that you're equipped to handle it, and just get done the things that you're leaving undone. So file those papers, send those emails, clear out those closets, take that stuff to Goodwill, change the light bulb, fix that squeaky doorknob. Whatever it is that you are leaving undone, get it done, even if it's not related to your business. I guarantee you it's taking your energy. Even if you're not aware of it, it is. Get that energy back. Claim it. It's yours. Nobody else is going to give it to you. And see this through. You got to see this through if you want life to see your vision through. Simple, right? In a nutshell. We can wrap, but we're not really, because we got 3 more days. I got to speed this up. So I'm going to make these more concise as we go through these, or else we're going to run out of time. So day 3, we got into self-trust. We got that foundation of self-love. It's fueling our follow-through. Guess what follow-through leads us to? The land of self-trust. Over here. I'm a visual person. Can you not tell? Talk with my hands all the time. I love video. It's great that I can relate that, because otherwise I'd be doing all this stuff on the phone and you wouldn't be knowing it. Hopefully it's helpful. But it's me. So that's what you get. Follow through leads to self-trust. If you have a problem trusting yourself, the best way to build your self-trust is to begin following through. You don't trust yourself because you don't follow through. You say, I'm going to do this, and then you don't. So why should you trust yourself? Why? Exactly. Build your self-trust by completing your follow-through. This is all the creation process. If you're getting stuck in the creation process, I don't know who to market to. I don't know what to say about my services. I don't know about my package. I don't know how to create copy for my sales page. I don't know. If you're stuck in the creation process, self-trust is the reason why. Because when you trust yourself, you will pick a niche. You will pick a marketing message. You will pick a marketing platform and you will do it. And if you're not doing it, you don't trust yourself. If you don't have clarity around it, it's because you haven't built your level of self-trust yet. And whenever we talk about this, we hear this all the time, who's your ideal client? Who is it that you're speaking to? Why is this important? It's because when you have that level of trust in your ability to speak to that one specific audience, then that one specific audience can help that audience find you, because they're already looking for you. You want to know who your ideal client is? One that's looking to hire you. That's your ideal client. So tap into, what would that person be like? What would that group of people be like? Who is out there hungry for what you have to offer? And if you don't have that specific group down, and you're not speaking specifically how you can help them overcome their challenges and solve their problems, they're not going to know that what you offer is what they're looking for. Because if they knew that you had what they wanted, they would have already been to you. If you're talking about you and why you do what you do and how you do what you do, you're missing the other people. Hey, welcome. So make sure that you exercise your self-trust and pick that audience, pick that message, pick that marketing platform, and just put it out there. And if you're not doing this, again, don't look to consider this. Don't look to gather all the tools on how to do it. Focus on building your self-trust. Because when you trust yourself, you can put it out there regardless of what the results are. You're going to put it out there because you trust that what you were guided to put out there is going to lead you to that next step of clarity, be it because you attract clients and you start working with them and you get more clarity, or because you don't attract clients and you realize, oh, I'm a little bit off here, and you make adjustments there. So stop talking and start listening to what it is that your people really want. And this will help you to trust that what you say and how you say it is going to hit the mark far more often. Because when you know that you can do a bunch of stuff for a bunch of people in a lot of ways, but you're not quite sure what the person in front of you wants, and you're just talking, then you probably won't be able to really tap into what is that thing that that person needs to hear. You need to know about the person that you're talking to in order to be able to speak a language that they'll be able to easily understand. And really, at the end of the day, they just want confidence that you'll deliver. They don't need to know how you're going to deliver. They just need to know you're going to deliver. I'm doing my 21-day money power shift. It starts today, and I had a couple people sign up, and after they signed up, they came back to me and they're like, so how do I even get this stuff? Right? They don't even know. They don't even know how they're going to get it. But it was cool to see, like, okay, here's my money. I'm ready for this. Now what do I do? Where do I go? Right? Maybe that shows me I could give a little bit more direction after a sign up. Great learning opportunity. Wouldn't have figured that out if I hadn't taken action. Or maybe it's just a really clear sign that they have so much confidence that I'm going to deliver. They didn't even stop to read how it was going to be delivered, right? Because I did put that into my sales copy on how it's going to be delivered. Going to be in this group. This is how you're going to get it, right? Get it in your inbox. This is what you can expect. They're not buying your course. They're not buying your content. They are buying your confidence. So trust yourself. And all this self-trust is where clarity finally can come through. If you're not having clarity, you've got to go back to the self-trust and build some self-trust. That clarity will start to come through. And the bottom line in all of this, in order to heal your business, you must heal yourself first. In order to heal your relationship, your life, whatever it is that you're trying to fix or improve or make better, you have to start with yourself. Not that you need to make this any better. You just got to realize how awesome it is, quite frankly, when it is what it comes down to. So clarity is the thing that kind of paves the way, right? You see how this is all connected? Pretty cool, right? I couldn't make this stuff up. This is why you can't think yourself into your programs. You can't think on what you're going to deliver. It comes to you. It comes to you when you got that solid foundation of self-love. You got a good level of follow-through. So you got a lot of clear space. All that follow-through builds your self-trust. That self-trust leads to the clarity. That clarity is stillness and allows the knowing to come through. So this is really a journey about healing ourselves and expanding our own prosperity consciousness, learning how to remove our own money blocks, learning how to receive, learning how to implement that self-care. All of that happens in this clarity state. And all of it paves the way for that next level of confidence, really. And if you want people to give to you, invest in you, honor your gifts, you have to give to you, invest in you, and honor your gifts too. So begin receiving anywhere in any way that you can, and notice all the ways that you stop yourself from receiving. That's where this clarity is really, really coming into play. And you can ask yourself, where can I allow more? Where can I allow more? This clarity will help to shift so much for you. So this is where I invited you to write out your money stories and to rewrite your money stories and to really clear the space, have clarity around what it is that you're carrying around in your energy field, what it is that you're carrying around with you in those thought processes and in your belief systems, and giving you the opportunity to rewrite that story to an up-level belief system. You have that right. You have that power. It's part of our human gifts that we have. It's what sets us apart from all the other species. We have that power of choice. We can consciously make a choice to go in a different direction. We can redefine the world around us. There's so much training out there about how to get what you want, how to make life go the way you want it, and how to create what you want, how to manifest what you want, and the whole law of attraction and all that stuff. And what we have to understand, all of that is great, but that's all kind of just surface level. You don't control outcomes. That's not where your power lies. Where your power lies is your ability to define what those outcomes mean. And this is where you can get clarity around what stories are you running off of, And then what's your current belief, and rewrite those stories to match your current belief system. That clarity, it's king. It's what leads to everything else. And that clarity is the precursor to confidence. When you have that clarity, confidence follows right behind. They're like king and queen, just arm in arm, marching right into your life, into your world, into your energy field. That clarity brings confidence. When I got that download last Sunday, I was clear. What I was supposed to deliver, how I was supposed to deliver it, who it was for, what to title it, what content to put in it. That clarity was, it was amazing. It was inspiring. And it led to a new level of confidence where I was like, but I don't know that I can really do this, but obviously I can do it if it all came to me. And it was all prompting me to be the one to deliver it. So I immediately just took action. And I have confidence that even though I don't know how all this is going to unfold, I know that I can do it. And I know that because it came to me. It came to me. It's not going to find you unless you're ready for it. So if you're getting those promptings, that's why it's so important to act on it, because when you don't, then you get into that self-doubt and everything just goes in the wrong direction. We want to keep moving. Self-love, follow through, self-trust, clarity, bam, confidence on the other side. Confidence is what allows us to engage with potential clients and actually offer our services. So now that you've become your best business partner, you've followed through on all that unfinished business, you've created all that space, you've identified who you want to serve, how to speak to them directly, and you've cleared out all of the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Now you have the clarity and the confidence to engage and offer your services in a way that feels amazing to both of you. And I share with you on this day the process that I go through whenever I'm engaging with somebody, so that my pitch, my offer, isn't usually an offer. This is how I usually pitch. The other person says, so Chrissy, seriously, like, how can I work with you? How much do you charge? When can we get started? Like, what have you got going on? That's typically how my pitch goes. The other person asks me, because I have that level of confidence. That's what they're buying. I know that I can help the right people. And I know that if you're the right person, we're both going to know it. So it takes all the guesswork out of it. It takes all the self-doubt out of it. It just lets the easy in. And then that way, the people I get started working with, we're both equally excited. We both are equally invested. And those that we don't get started working together, we equally have peace of mind that this isn't the right direction to go in. And what's so cool about this is that it builds your reputation, it builds your credibility, it establishes your expertise, and you don't have to give any of your services away. It's pretty powerful. Now, some of your service is going to slip in because you can't stop it, but it's not going to be an hour-long coaching call where you give your goods and that person doesn't sign off. It's not going to be an hour-long freebie session. It might be an hour long, but it's going to be engaged and it's going to be focused on the other person. And once they're done connecting and sharing, and you're done holding that space so lovingly and beautifully like you were made to do, it's going to be so clear to both of you what that next best step is for that person, and if you have something to match it and to offer it. And if you enter offering your service at the place that they recognize what they need, and you are able to speak about it in a way that is integrity filled and also supports them overcoming that challenge that they self-identified, or getting to that solution or that resolution or that outcome that they really want, try to stop them from working with you. Try to stop them. I've met people, and 45 minutes later, they've given me their credit card and I've processed thousands of dollars on their credit card or debit card, whatever it is. It can happen and it can feel amazing. And those end up a lot of times being my best and favorite clients to work with, because they're ready. And they know that when they find what they're looking for, that they're ready to take action. That's your ideal client. That's who you want, not somebody you have to convince or modify your payment plan for or make things work for. I've tried that. Some of you watching this have done that with me, and we can face the fact it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. No matter how much I want to deliver this content, I can't make you show up. I can't make you change the way that you interact with money and investing with yourself. I can't do that part. Only you can do that part. So we have to take ourselves off of, or take the responsibility that isn't ours off of our plate to make room for the things that are our responsibility, really anchor into that and be rock solid in our confidence whenever we do that. And when we make it simple, it can be a lot easier to stay confident. So I realized the little page that I pulled up here for my notes is not the right one. So before I hop over and switch over to our guided meditation, I am just going to, give me just a moment, I'm going to pull up my other paper here and just see if there's anything else that I had on my list. Boop, boop, ba-doop. Now I see why I pulled up the wrong one. They're almost named the same thing. Okay. Let me read to you. You know what? That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to pull up a couple of the comments that's being said in the group about this challenge. Hold on just one second. Okay, so here's a couple of things that the challengers were saying throughout the week. It makes such sense, Chrissy, that loving oneself is the ticket, the actual key to obtaining everything. And why not be enjoying life along the way, even while it is challenging, etc. Exactly, Sarah. That is on point. Exactly. You're going to go through whatever you're going to go through. Why not love yourself along the way? You deserve it. You really deserve more love, not less, no matter what is happening or not happening in your life. Jacqueline says, I love this one too. I've literally been telling myself the past 2 days I can do this because I need to pass a test, and I feel like it's been keeping me from moving forward and clearing out space. I've been wanting to cleanse for a while, and yeah, so all of this, it creates that space, it allows you to follow through, and it allows you to get to that other side. Angela says, I started the follow-through journey a while ago. Intuitively, I knew I had to clear the stage for more awesomeness. It's been pretty amazing what has showed up in the new space, upgrades everywhere. Love that, Angela. That is exactly what it's all about. Karen says, wow, this video is 100% what I needed and at the perfect time. I'm constantly stressed about the little things because I have to complete because I have so many little unfinished projects, and something simple would complete each of them. Exactly. These aren't big things, just a little thing here, a little thing there, but man, can it unleash some real powerful stuff in your life. That's awesome. Ladies, you so rock this challenge out. Got a couple more comments here. Let's see. Jacqueline says, I love this video. I watched it with my toddler and practice saying I love you to ourselves. And then she started saying, I love you, Jacqueline. Oh, definitely going to practice this daily. Great, Jacqueline. Definitely keep that up. It's just going to bring me to the next level. It brought reassurance and calmness I was needing. Thank you, Chrissy. Jacqueline, you are so welcome. I'm so glad that you really took that in and shared it with your child. How awesome is that? Angela says, profound stuff. I love you too, Chrissy, so much. Your analogies are great. Yeah, that's one of my specialties. I will add in some analogies so that you can really make this practical, tangible, and integrate it into your life. And then Heather says, I agree on the analogies. They were great and helpful. Thank you for sharing this series. I think it was right on time for me. See, what you need will always show up in your path, and you just have to trust that, and you have to allow it. So as you can see, those that participated in this challenge, they really got something from it. So if you kind of skipped it or you tabbed it and you hadn't worked your way through it all, give yourself that gift of going back, allowing yourself to consume and digest this information, and really allow yourself to receive on a whole nother level. I'm also going to be choosing a couple of winners. Anybody who participates, you are eligible for a gifted Total Clarity Breakthrough session with me. So please hit me up for that. And I will be drawing from the winners to have one of you win one of my audio trainings. I should have grabbed one of my discs to have here. But my key to now unlocking the present moment is an hour-long audio training. Actually, I probably have one right behind me here. Nope, it's on the other side. Okay. But anyway, it's a lovely little CD that you can listen to anywhere. You can download it into MP3s. And it is practical, actionable steps that you can take to anchor in right now in the present moment, taking it from this elusive, be in the now kind of concept into what does that actually physically, tangibly mean in your life. So stay tuned in the group next week. I'll announce winners because I know there's a couple of people that joined the challenge late, and that's great. I mean, there is no late. Whenever you join is a perfect time, but I'm going to give them a couple more days to wrap up, and then we'll make sure that everybody's included in that draw and that everybody gets their clarity sessions. So that's what I had on my heart to share as far as really celebrating what has happened over the last 5 days and to recap this journey and to share some of what the participants are saying. And I'm going to shift us over now to the guided healing meditation, which is my bonus gift for you for making it this long. And if you're watching the replay, my apologies. I'm not going to record this part. It is something that happens in the moment, so it's not really transferable. But if you're interested in some guided meditations and some guided healing work, I do offer a group session the last week of every month that you can join in, participate in. Super reasonable, just $33, $22, I think, if you're a Consciouspreneur Club member, and free if you're a mastermind member. But these group sessions, they're great. I rotate through a distant healing session, a authentic alignment session, and a limited belief clearing session. You can find out more about those on my website, holisticrestoration.com, under my Work With Me tab, under the group sessions. And the other thing that I would love to invite you to consider is that this month, for the rest of June, in the Consciouspreneur Mastermind, which is my membership group, my monthly membership group, where you can prepay for a year, I am focused on everything that we're doing for the rest of the month is focused on expanding your prosperity consciousness, healing your relationship with money, freeing you of money doubt, fears, shames, guilt, all that stuff's gonna go. How to access and activate your abundance, and just how to have a more fulfilling, rich, prosperous life and to attract income consistently. So we're going to be focused on receiving and specifically around the topic of money. So if you are in a place that you would really like to transform your relationship with money, you would love to figure out how to tap into what is standing in your way and blocking you from receiving more money or receiving consistent income in your life, definitely check out the 21-day money power 21-day money power shift. You can go to bit.ly/money power shift. That's bit.ly/money power shift. 3 words all together, lowercase letters. You can find out full details. You can still join that. We are starting it today, which is June the 10th. But it's never too late because you can start the 21 days whenever you want to and still join in that support. So check it out, my little bit.ly address, Money Power Shift, or you can go to holisticrestoration.com, 21-day money power shift, I think it is. But anyway, whatever. Hit me up if you can't find it. I'll make sure that it gets to you. If you're on the line, stay tight. I'm just going to take us out of record mode and we will get into that guided healing session. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching the replay. I hope you found this super valuable, and I hope you decide to continue this journey of self-love, self-value, self-trust, and learning how to receive, because as conscious entrepreneurs, it really is the key to unlocking the magic in our life. We're great at giving. We need to learn how to receive. All right. Love y'all. Thanks for being here. Hang tight if you're live on the line.